Well, with the top kick down and events we still got to take the wreck or two, guess what we had to do? We had to resurrect the red dually here. It's charged the batteries in it, replaced a few things in the front end that were loose, ball joints. They were still factory original at 350,000 miles. But anyway, hopefully it'll last a little while. We'll travel a little bit lighter, at least on this weekend. We're heading up to the Iron Range up in northern Minnesota for the Minnesota Four-Wheel Drive Association Convention. Day of trail riding out in the Gilbert off-road recreational area, and then a convention in the evening with a bunch of speakers and things like that. So why don't you come along?
Good morning. Fishing opener in Shell Lake, but I ain't going there. I'm going on to Gilbert, meeting up with the rest of the BSF recovery crew.
Well, we're here on the Iron Range, heading over to the Iron Range off-highway vehicle recreational area, Gilbert, Minnesota. And we're going to check in with the Minnesota Four-Wheel Drive Association and see what's happening out on the trails.
Following Clifford, Misty, and Boomer out on trail number 47. Eric is supposed to be finding us later because he stayed back to answer questions.
Well, we're up here at the Iron Range Off-Road Park. We're heading through one of the tailings basins right now. Going to catch up with our group. We had to stop the registration and yeah, I'll answer a few questions, meet a few people, you know, typical stuff. And they headed down to the 47 trail, so we're trying to catch up to them. Well, we did catch up.
This is unfair.
What?
Uncle Adam is in Grand Junction eating at Cafe Royal Mexican Grill.
Well, Clifford's got some new springs in them, and they're a little bit taller, so she's going to test them out here in the rocks up on the Iron Range. Sorry guys, they're not the Orbit Eyes. Chris was under a little bit of a time crunch to get Clifford ready for this event, so they're just some factory style lift kit springs. Well, Clifford's in a little bit of a tough spot, and end up with some body damage if we don't help Chris out here a little bit. So we're going to back the wrecker in and just reposition the rear end of the Jeep. just going to reposition Clifford here a little bit. so he doesn't end up with some body damage trying to get out of here.
You sure Chris won't kick it?
So we're just gonna give him a little lift here and hold your brakes, Chris.
They're on.
And let him swing over sideways a little bit here.
Boomer and I, we're taking just the hard route instead of the harder or hardest route. We gotta drive our vehicles home. These aren't your mom's gummies, are they?
No.
Good.
Dad bought them.
So I think we're gonna head into the gorge here and do a little northern Iron Range rock crawling with the wrecker. Now we're gonna get out and we're gonna walk this a little bit, take a look before we head more, because unlike the rocks out in Utah, these move and change, and I haven't been here in a long time, so I'm gonna go take a look first. It looks pretty good. No big huge monster boulders have slid off the cliff beside us here, so we're gonna keep going. So what'd you think of the bouncy ride through the gorge?
It was good.
It was good? A little different than Moab?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Didn't have any sketchy hills.
Didn't have any sketchy hills. We weren't high off the ground.
Nope.
We just came through the gorge, and Blake came up to me and said, we got a call for a recovery over at No Show. We were there earlier. That's where we helped Clifford out a little bit, so he didn't get some body damage. But we're gonna head back there and see what's going on.
Looks like sad little, you know,
Yeah.
the cars when they go.
When they're too tired.
Yeah.
The
Scott's
cartoon
over there
cars.
too.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to come back and watch our next video to see how this recovery turns out. Thanks for watching BSF Recovery Team. Keep wheeling, be safe out there, and maybe we'll see you on the trails.